See, look how much louder it
It
is,
is
so much
way louder.
closer.
Yeah.
We're Precision X Outdoors for podcast number 3 for the Thanksgiving special. And today, I was going to plan to have a bigger group of guys. Just didn't work out, but I got two guys here, and Will, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm Will. I'm like the Precision X Outdoors resident specialty duck hunter. Been duck hunting since I was probably 4 or 5. Been out on the water every weekend I can. Yeah.
Okay. Um, then we got Aiden. You want to just tell us who you are?
Yeah, my name is Aiden. I've also been duck hunting since 4 or 5 years old. Been doing the same shit. Been out on the boat, so every time this year yet.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah,
That's
so pretty much, today is going to be kind of, hopefully, it should be a little different, I guess. It's going to be a little more like questions and more like you're going to give kind of experience and just stories and stuff
mm,
because you're a
sure.
pretty avid deer hunter, wouldn't you say? Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
you've been out and about, and well, you got some interesting stuff about hunting.
I've got a couple stories. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple. It's pretty simple, just like this. I'll snip, but you can't say the N word.
Yeah.
Is that
That was
what
that
what?
first. Yep, that was
Yes,
what that
I
yeah,
was.
was
Yeah.
trying to piece two together.
Yeah.
I
I
was
left the
like,
"er" at the end, but
yeah,
yeah, you can't say that because my girlfriend's like, "Aren't you gonna get?" Because his name's Bob, we call him Booby, but yeah, he dropped that, and I'm like, but YouTube's pretty chill about like f bombs.
yeah,
The only problem is it's not gonna get posted to like kids YouTube and stuff.
yeah,
So you got to be 13, and which I'm like, whatever. Most people change their name age anyways.
yeah. 'Cause all I heard was, "You can't say that." No, you can't say, and then a beep.
Yeah. And I left it really long 'cause I thought that was funny,
Yeah.
but anyways, pretty much, I'll just it'd be nice if I had my fucking phone to turn on. If this thing turns on, you should let me know. All right, because I got all my shit saved on there.
Yeah.
But pretty much just who should you want to start with, Will? Eventually, we'll just work into like a whole group conversation, which would be at first it's a little awkward, and you get used
Yeah,
to
you
it
could
quick.
just talk like it's not even there.
Yeah. Um, you want to go first, Will?
Sure.
Um, let's do something easy. So let's start from the beginning. I like to ask this question right away from the start. It's a really easy question, but what it could be hunting, fishing, anything outdoors. What's your first, if you look all the way back, what's your first memory?
First memory was the first year I was actually duck hunted, not just sitting out there. Um, it was youth season. I was probably 8 or 9. First time I ever brought a gun on the water. We shot, I think it was two two wood ducks, both drakes. That was the first duck I ever got mounted. It's a beautiful bird. It's still got the golden pin feathers, and it's really a beautiful bird. Just this memory of first time with my gun paddling out to our spot on the river,
Yeah.
and then setting up the blind for the first time and all that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Was that because did your dad get you into all that stuff,
yeah,
or what
yeah,
was it kind
yeah. It
of?
was up until probably 2 3 years ago. I always like with my dad every time I was out.
Yeah. I mean, we went and looked in we cracked open your dad's storage locker,
Yeah,
was it two
it's
weekends ago, and that
yeah,
thing was duck heaven in
yeah.
there.
It really is.
He's got a super nice boat in there, and I'm
Yeah,
just like, this man needs to take this on the water
yeah.
anymore, and he doesn't
It's
really duck hunt
yeah,
as
it's a
much.
16-foot John boat. It's got a blind, and I mean we've got bags and bags of decoys up
It looked
there.
like it just rolled off the Cabela's floor.
Is
Like
it a
what you,
flatbed?
Yeah,
yeah, it like if you drive to Cabela's 5 minutes from here and you look at the boat sitting outside, it looks like one of
yeah.
those.
That was
Those big flat bottoms got the little V towards
Yeah,
the
flat
bottom.
bottoms.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Totally
No,
mixed
you're
up.
good. You're good.
mostly hand built. We got it. And it was in rough shape. A lot of holes in it. We patched it up. Got it looking nice. Painted it. Yeah, it was.
That boat looks super nice.
Good.
But yeah. So I guess I'll ask you the same thing. What's your first memory of hunting
Uh,
or outdoors?
I didn't grow up on the river like you. I grew up in the fields. I grew up. So my first memory would be my grandpa taking me out. He's the only one that hunts in my family. Yeah. So he took me out in this field one time to shoot migrators, and I remember it was south of Sheboygan,
Okay.
and you could see this was when geese were good back then. You could see like it was just a line of geese. Just stretches across the sky, and we shot my first ever goose had a band on it.
That's
Really?
First
crazy.
ever
That
goose,
is
and
crazy.
then I missed every single goose after that.
Yeah.
But that was the only goose I got.
For it being your first goose and a
That
banded
is
goose
Yeah,
is that's
that's
crazy.
I know
that's
it's
a crazy
insane.
story
I
to
never
have.
got
Yeah.
a banded goose after that.
That's crazy. I have, well, technically, we shot a group of guys. It was like four of us. Found a little field by kind of right by the high school in Brilliant there,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and we all shot into this pod. And the night before, the kid seen, he's like, "Hey, there's a band out in this field." We went and hunted it, and the flock, 90% of the flock landed about 50 yards behind us, just enough where you don't want to really pepper into them.
Yeah,
It was kind of dumb, but we had four land into the decoys. I'm like, oh, I might as well kill these. Couldn't see any bands, sat up and shot those. And I think we shot four. And one flew over the back, and I went out the back and I fucking folded that one. I mean, we're close to a house. But they were chill. And we go out there and they run and they go and look, and sure shit. The one landed out there was a band. It was banded in Oshkosh. I don't remember what the year was. I think it was like maybe 3 years old or something. It was banded in Oshkosh, right on the water, too young to fly.
yeah,
Typical. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. That was my first ever considered band hunt,
yeah.
which was kind of an experience because it gets your heart pumping a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But we gave it to the kid that was with us. He's younger, and he found the field, and I was like, I had no issue in doing that.
Yeah, you found it, you got it.
Exactly. And we're pretty good about that. But yeah, I didn't. My own experience. This was actually I for some of the comments I got was not enough of me sharing stuff, which I was like, whatever. But
Yeah, I see
I
that.
yeah, people were saying that. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. But I didn't start waterfall hunting until I was at least, I think I was a junior in high school, which is like kind of sad. It was like, you know, it's a lot easier to miss school than miss work,
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
Right.
kind of, now you're full time and it sucks.
Yeah.
But that was pretty cool. I remember when I shot my first goose. Actually, my first was a goose, and he came in and into the decoys, and I absolutely lit him up. And then he got hit the water, and I'm like, oh yeah. And then he picked his head back up, and we were it was just me and one other buddy. He got up and started flying away, and I couldn't get another shot off, and I was like, no way, this just happened. And he coasted with the wind, another probably like 100 yards, tipped over dead. So he walked all the way and found him, and it was a huge, giant migrator, and I was like, it was super cool. That was Collins Marsh, I believe. Yeah, that was pretty cool, but yeah. I guess I didn't ask this question. I guess I'll go with you again, Will.
Sure.
What was your most recent outdoors?
Oh, this is, what, 2 days ago? 3 days ago? Out on out on the bay. We had a couple of guys out there. It was four of us, and we had a couple ducks throughout the day. But it was first three ducks, I think it was, just peppered into them. Between the four guys, we dumped almost pretty close to 2 boxes of shells into three ducks, and all three of them, you know, you hit them and they flop over into the water. They look like they're dead, and you know, you walk out, you're gonna go get it. Gets up again, and we shoot it again. Goes back down, keeps getting up. We just unloading into these birds, and not a single one of them goes down. It was, I mean, it was a good time out there. We were out there for 5, 6 hours. And it was fun, but kind of sucks when
Divers
put
are
that much ammo into a bird and it doesn't go down for you.
divers are like they must wear an armored vest.
yeah,
They
They're
really do. Like,
impossible to kill.
I
yeah.
know when I went out with you,
Yeah,
I mean, we had quite a few of them where we were laying into those ducks and they just weren't going down.
yeah, mallard or teal, they come in and you try to lay on them and they fold like
Yeah,
cupcakes.
right.
Hmm.
Divers,
Nothing to 'em.
though, they're 10 feet closer to you from me to the TV away, and you you should blow them to pieces, and they just keep going.
Yeah,
There's no way you miss those
Right.
shots.
But
It's
then you got to think, that bird's definitely going to die. And where is it going to go? You
It's a
know,
sad thing, but the cool, like most of the time, it's cool. Like the Mother Nature will just kind of take back
right,
that bird,
yeah.
right.
which it sucks, that I had to go that way. But yeah, I guess I'll go into that question for you. You kind of had a couple last couple interesting
Yeah,
hunts.
let's go with the most recent. How with my bosses now. So, place I work with, last 2 years, do carpentry. Both my bosses. I grew up with one, and we duck hunt and goose hunt a lot. He invited me out with my other boss to go to his field, and the field has a pond on it. It green. It's west of Collins, so all the geese
Yeah.
Oh,
come
Oh
right
yeah.
over it,
yeah.
Yeah.
and all the ducks come right over it. I did not sleep. I
Mm.
was partying it up.
Oh, I remember you sent me a snap. Yeah.
Yep, partying it up at 4 in the morning, and
Oh
I had to
yeah.
be there by 5,
Oh yeah.
and it is an hour drive there. And I left, probably shouldn't have drove, and I got there looking like a bag of dicks. And first couple mallards came in, I was asleep. Woke up to gunshots, and geese came over. We nailed them, and then divers came in. No one hit a damn thing.
I
Yeah.
don't know what it
I,
is.
it's
But we,
like they're not even like they're usually bigger than your mallards. Like they're
Yeah.
easier to hit,
yeah,
but they just don't go down.
we didn't miss shot. We didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
We shot everything. Like 4 geese came in, 3 shots, and they were down.
Yeah.
One of my other friends got two in one shot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I know we shot one diver and it flew. It like skipped the pond and then it flew right over the hill. And we
Mhm.
took the dog to go get it, and the dog couldn't even find it.
Yeah.
That's
And then we had
crazy.
2 people walk over there and find it as more geese were flying in.
And then you're like, oh shit.
And then it's just like, what do we even do?
Yeah.
And so we were hauling back, and then we didn't see anything for the next 2 hours, and we decided to pack up. And that's where, karma bite us in the ass. Because like geese are coming back from feeding,
Oh
It's
yeah.
always
No,
when you
land
pack
in
up.
that pond.
I'm
It
gonna
is
go low.
always when you pack up.
Yep. Because as soon as we hopped in the trucks, no, not kidding you, like two, 3 dozen of geese were
Yeah.
just circling the pond that we were at, and it was just like,
I feel like that's how it is every time I go out duck
It's like
hunting.
they
You know,
just
I
know.
pack up my decoys, I'm standing in the spread, and then 5, 6 ducks come flying by, and it's the only ducks that look like they're gonna land in your spread all day.
yeah,
Yep.
And yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just some terrible karma for all hunters.
yeah.
I feel.
I don't know what it's about, but
Yeah, it's some pretty crazy stuff. But yeah, it's I don't know. I enjoy it. Waterfall's definitely fun. It takes a lot out of you though.
it
yeah,
does.
it
Yeah.
it
It's a
does.
I know
workout.
every time I get back, get home from waterfowl hunting and it's right to bed. Every
Especially in the
time. Doesn't
mornings.
matter if
Yeah.
I slept for 10 hours the night before, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, it's definitely rough, especially if you're not. I mean, you could ride out there on a boat, not hop out of
Yeah.
that boat, and it's still kicking your
Yeah,
ass.
Yeah.
Some about it, and especially like in Wisconsin here, when you start getting to like the towards the end of the duck season, because all that stuff's going to be wrapping up. At least ducks are going to be wrapping up here pretty quick,
Yeah.
and the weather just gets nasty. I mean, we go
It
to the
does.
bay,
It-
and it
yeah.
just kicks your ass over and over again. And
yeah.
you get a nice crisp north wind, and it's just. I was telling you before, like the shittier the weather, the better the duck hunting's going to
Yeah.
be.
I wanted to go out. I wanted to go out today because it was like
Dude,
raining in the morning.
I walked out for work and I saw the snow coming down and I was just thinking, I should be on the bay right now.
Yeah,
It should have snuck and went to the bay. You probably could have.
I should have just told him I was sick. Wasn't feeling good.
we
Went out to
didn't
the
even
bay.
work today
Yeah.
What
because of
the
the
hell?
snow. I don't know. I beat myself up. I went deer hunting.
That's fair though.
Yeah.
But what else should we roll into? It kind of sucks that I don't have all my. It's nice. I take all this time, get all my nice
Yeah,
stuff done, and then I have to get a new phone. But so like the first couple minutes, kind of introducing yourself, and you kind of roll into like stories and stuff.
Mhm.
But hmm, I don't know. You told me the other day that you missed not to bring up a heartbreak, but
yeah.
there's got to be something behind it.
Um, I've been tracking this deer, what, 2 years now? I have his sheds from 2 years ago, and remained a 10 pointer the whole entire time. It just his rack gets bigger and bigger and
Hmm.
bigger, and I use his racks now to rattle and everything. So this year was the only time I could got a shot off of him, and I first time he came in at 15 yards, I was shaking so bad I couldn't draw my bow back.
Yeah.
And then he walked away. I beat myself up so bad. He came back at what, 17, 18 yards. Finally draw my bow back. I was like trying to like, find my sights
Yeah,
and was like, okay, I should shoot a little bit high because he's a little bit
close.
past like 15 because my bow goes 15, 25, 35. I
Mm.
was trying to like set it right in the middle. Uh, Shot, he flinched down, dropped, and the arrow went soaring right over him. And that was
That was the
the
off your
last time
roll.
I saw him until 2 days later he came back on my cameras, but now he's at 1 in the morning again.
Nocturnal again. It's a tough thing about those big bucks. I mean, when you first, I mean, did you get like a trail cam picture of him when you first found him 2 years
Yeah,
ago?
uh, I could bring it up.
Are you would you be chill if you would send it to me or something? We could put it in the unless you're like have 500 pounds of corn down or something. I mean, I could like blur it out. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know what county you're hunting or anything.
No, Calumet County. I really don't know. Man,
Yeah, but I mean, how old do you think he was in that picture?
so he's like 5 years now,
Yeah,
5 years old
yeah.
now, or yeah. My boss thinks he's 3 years old. So
I mean,
I don't know.
maybe it's hard to tell because from 3 to 5 they kind of get in a little bit of a mush, especially if they hold like a strong genetic and just like like good body mass. They're not losing
Yeah.
weight. They're not getting sick. It's kind of
Mhm.
tell because some of those bucks can get. I mean, my cousin's boss. I don't know if you know Mitchell Piepenberg.
Mm-mm.
He actually talked to my cousin about the podcast, so hopefully he's listening. So shout out Mitchell. But he shot. Oh, try to find it, but he shot a stud out of the Sheboygan public land, or well, next to the public land. He was able to buy in, I guess. There's a cool, very cool video about it. Stud. He thinks this buck's like 8 years old or something, which is crazy.
Mm.
But I mean, that Sheboygan marsh down there is huge,
Yeah.
and I think it's a stud. And if those bucks can stay healthy, enough water, enough food, not kind of mild winters. I mean, I'd say like the last 5 years have been pretty chill.
Yeah. They haven't been
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
brutal.
And if they can stay away from the Orange Army, I mean,
Yeah.
them big bucks are smart. You don't see too many of them get
No,
shot.
no.
The one thing is bow hunting when they get in their rut.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when they mess themselves up. But
Well,
Thinking with the wrong head.
at like
yeah,
the post rut, the after rut, they don't move.
no,
So like in gun seasons this weekend, and the rut's what finishing or being pretty
Right.
close to
yeah,
finishing. You're barely gonna see him now.
yeah. Because I shot. What is it? Was it last week? I think it was last week. I shot my buck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, that was the third buck I seen rut.
Really.
I had bucks, so that was Tuesday. Actually got a pretty cool video of that buck coming through on the Thursday before that at like 9 o'clock in the morning, kicking myself because I can see my stand in the trail cam picture, which sucks, but it worked out that way. But I had bucks and does for the week before that, pretty much from Halloween till then, and even Monday, I had bucks and does in the field together, wanted nothing to do with each other. And I was like, did I miss the rut? Did something like,
Yeah.
just like, was it weird? Nothing. I was grunt at them. They didn't care. The does were in the field. The bucks were together. And I was just like, what is going on? And I was like, I was talking to people, and my girlfriend's dad's a big whitetail hunter. And I was just, I was calling people, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on. And they're like, that area could have just hit like it all depends when those does hit estrus, and it's
Yeah.
goofy. And all of a sudden, it was like Monday, nothing. Tuesday snapped, and all of a sudden, I was like, all of a sudden, I had a little doe come out, and then I had a little 8 pointer come out. And I passed him up, and I've seen him a dozen times.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll be a stud next year,
Yeah.
but just wasn't enough for me to shoot him. And I passed like 30 bucks this year.
Really.
Yeah, I passed a lot. Well, 29 because number 30 is dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of them were the same buck,
Yeah.
probably, but I have a lot. I probably have like a dozen 8 pointers that are look pretty close, but that little doe came out of breath, and I was like, okay, maybe someone just bumped her or something weird.
Yeah.
Then this little buck came out, and he was on her, and I was like, oh, okay. Then a big doe came behind him like 2 minutes later, and she was all like just pissed off at the world, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And all of a sudden, I just smell something that smells like unwashed ass. I was like, what is going on? And all of a sudden, I see him coming through the woods, and I was like, no way, this is not happening. Because I've never shot a buck, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he pops out, and he came out, and I tried to stop him at like 20 yards, would not do it. He kind of looped back out, and he hit the corner of these two woods, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I stood up ready to go, and I just, I'm wide open, and all I do is I sit there and I'm like, I don't know what to do, and I'm thinking in my head, and I'm just like, okay, he's obviously got one thing on his mind right now, and it's those does.
Mm.
I just yell. I'm just like, hey! And he picks his head up. I let it rip. He finally stopped. It was at like 27 yards. His nose hit the woods. I yelled. He picked his head up, kind of turned not towards me, but he's quartering towards me a little bit. I let it rip. I shot him right in front of the shoulder blade because I was always taught to aim for your exit.
Mm.
Shot him through there, double lung, and pretty much cut the top of his heart off. And he went all of 35 yards in the woods, which I think was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Never seen this buck. I think I might have one picture of him in velvet, but for 90% of the bow season, never seen him. Never had a trail camera. I mean, I had 8 cameras out there. I mean, I was pretty lit up, and I was getting like I had some pretty big ones out there, and
Mm.
all kinds of bucks, does, fawns, coyotes, the whole board, a bobcat, had the whole board, and I was like, what the hell? And then I hit him. He hit my camera at 9. I think it was 9:40 in the morning that Thursday before that. Had nothing. Hunted that weekend. Had a couple little bucks, and Tuesday all of a sudden he shows up, and I hit his punch time. And that was it. But that was pretty cool. But I like watching a lot of those bucks. I mean, I've bow hunted hard the last 3 years. I've passed a lot. And there's like, I mean, I missed two. I missed a small 8 pointer last year, which I'm glad I never
Mm.
shot because, just,
You always want your first buck to be.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Right.
but it's just like the chances of like that could have been that buck last year.
Yeah.
He was just a basket 8 pointer. The year before that, I missed one that was probably pushing 150. Got a video of him. I shot right through his armpit at like just at 40 yards, and that was October 17th. Biggest buck I've ever seen in my entire life. Well, at least at that property.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty cool. Heartbreak though. I beat myself up for that, and that was tough. But whitetail hunting's good. I hunt in Denmark. It's crazy out there. I hunt right next to a tree farm,
Mm.
which kind of helps. I mean, the nice thing, the neighbors are all on the same page about letting some bucks grow and stuff. And there's like usually like a 5 buck kill list. We're pretty good about,
Herd management.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing of mine. And like I had 22 does and one time in the field, and that's kind of a problem I feel
Yeah.
because they walked out the other way and I had another 12 come up behind them, which is kind of weird because I can look in the next property and there's another pot of does out there. So, anyways, I ended up shooting one of those like 2 weeks before that. But herd management is something that I feel is super important, and like public land's a different story, I guess, because it's
Yeah.
you
Public
don't
land, you can't really
if you
do
don't
anything
shoot
about
him,
it,
he's
right?
gonna
If you don't
follow.
shoot him, somebody else is
Yeah,
going to.
but I'm still good about passing bucks in the public land.
Yeah. That's the thing about like herd management. Like you ain't like you have like you said 22 does. That's so much does that a buck like one buck can have.
Hmm.
And if one doe goes here, you'll never see that buck. You gotta kill like half of them
Yeah,
and just maybe still even see that buck.
yeah. And the hard thing is if he's got his little pocket of does, he says he breaks off 6 does and he breeds all those, then he's done. He's
Yeah.
gonna lay down with his 6 does and that's it. Versus if you gotta, there's nothing wrong with a big doe herd, but when they're potted up like that, it's kind of tough. I mean, I got does out there that are probably pushing 6 years old,
Mm.
and I know they don't. They might have fawns from last year, but there's a lot of big does out there that just don't have anything with them, which I know they're probably not going to take fawns again this year. I mean, that's my go-to every year
Yeah.
is those super big ones because those 2-year-old does, those 3-year-olds, the chances of them having twins skyrockets. Like there's a good chance they're going to have twins and stuff, and usually one of them's a buck. So that's a big thing. I like letting those medium and small does kind of
Yeah.
just walk. It's just those old bitches that are gonna fuck up your hunting and either blow at you for no damn reason or so yeah, but herd management's tough, but watching them bucks grow is,
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
It's cool, but it takes a long time.
Takes a long time, but at the end of the day, I mean, they one of my dad's buddies, he came over and they did like a rough score on it and he said he used between 133 and 140,
That's very good.
which I thought for a first buck, I was like, I'm glad I shot him.
Yeah.
And they think he's 3.5 to 4, which I'm like, well, I'm pretty happy with that age. I'm
Mm.
like, I mean, up here, I feel like we're pretty good about CWD doesn't really run the game
Yeah.
versus down south, like her dad's property and like, I don't know, like Richland area, whatever. It's kind of runs the game down there, which is kind of sad in all them southern states is you see more and more of it, which I don't necessarily think all of it's CWD.
Yeah.
I think there's like,
No, I
there's a
see a
lot,
lot of videos of those bucks down there, and there's no way it's all.
yeah, there's a lot of different diseases. And
Yeah,
I've talked to people who are like huge into whitetail hunting and there's other diseases. And it's just like you and me, like you could be more prone to a flu
Yeah.
versus, like I could get a flu. Like now I get a flu and I'm done in a day.
Yeah.
Like I'm barely sick. And I know people who are the same age as me and they're on their deathbed for a week straight.
Yeah.
And I think it's just like some of those diseases run a little different. And the chances of you eating a deer that probably was sick had CWD is probably happened.
Yeah.
You just didn't know it, and you're not sick. Obviously, you didn't
Yeah.
die. But some of that stuff kind of blows my mind. But that's all preference. But yeah, watching deer grow is kind of crazy. But Will, on the other hand, I feel like you have not had the brightest. You never were really a whitetail hunter. I mean,
oh, I
kind
went
of,
out for a couple of years,
yeah,
but never really saw much, and
yeah. You were kind of hunting in starving country.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely was.
get whitetails on your property. They're up there.
They're there. They're just in the national forest. They're not coming out to the
Yeah,
private
when there's
properties, and
15,000 or
yeah,
whatever, a
right,
huge chunk of acres, and they know what's up.
Yeah.
yeah, they,
But
they do. The only deer I ever saw on that property, it was all 3-year-old does.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
wandering around.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
which
saw in. I think I hunted that property for 5 or 6 years, and we saw one buck.
that's tough.
Yeah,
That's
it
rough.
really is. Yeah,
Yeah, because well, where did you hunt that one time with Grant?
that
Shout out
was
Grant if you listen.
that was
Was it Florence?
fence.
Fence,
Yeah,
fence. Yeah,
just out
that's
of fence.
yeah. Because I came in. Were you there that one time I came over? Do you get to Grant's cabin?
I don't think so.
Something like.
No, the only people we ever had up there when I was there was Wyatt. Shout out Wyatt if he's listening. He might be.
Why
It
not
was
too?
him, Marley, and Amber.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I remember you guys saying some shit about that. Yeah, but whitetail hunting is tough. I mean, I put a lot of hours in out there, and I didn't even do a food. I did do a food plot. It was more of a grass kind of, which kind of helps. But I got permission to plant a bigger food plot for next year, so I'm gonna go for more of them turnips and all that.
Hmm.
Towards that late season, a little more soybeans for the beginning of the year. Just
Mm.
stuff. And there's like grass they eat all year. But do you do any of food plotting or?
Ah, no. I mean, woods I hunt. I hunt woods and then tree lines. The woods is on like the north side of my house,
Okay.
and the tree lines are like south. So it's two different areas, and it's always corn and beans around it.
Mm-hmm.
So I really have no need for a food plot.
Yeah.
But and then there's a pond in the woods. They have the water there.
Yep.
Really don't
Yeah.
need to have one, but
Yeah, if you can just find out because especially early season when they're on that still in that summer pattern, they're gonna hit that, they're gonna go to the water, and it's usually pretty consistent. It's like a
yeah,
9 to 5 job, and if you could find that, it's
yeah, it's pretty beneficial for a hunter to find patterns of the deer early
yeah.
than late.
If you can catch it right away, then you're gonna be probably set towards that rut season and
Yeah,
stuff, or pre-rut, or even late season bow hunting. I mean, hunting in the snow or like because what does the season go to January?
yeah,
And once those deer are done rutting, because season's over and they're kind of chill out, they're gonna go back to their normal like
yeah.
food and water and stuff. And I mean they're gonna hit different trails in the winter time, but all that stuff kind of just changes, I guess. But
Mm,
stuff to pick up. The one thing though is water. I feel is a day and night difference. I mean,
yeah.
if you can, I mean, I hunt on water. I hunt on a little fresh fed spring,
Mm,
and if you can, especially bow hunt, even gun hunting, water for whitetails is gonna make huge difference. I mean, it's a hole in the woods
yeah,
and something like that. And everyone's not blessed, but I mean, you can dump tanks like those tanks that are in the ground. I mean, guys are killing whitetails off that, and there's a reason for that. I
Mm.
mean, that water is going to bring deer, and yes, it's a pain in the ass to go do that, to go fill that with water and stuff, and
But it's worth it.
it's worth it.
That's why I feel bad for you. Like you said you tried bow hunting, tried deer hunting.
Never really got into bow. I was just only gun really.
Yeah.
I feel like I never personally got hooked into bow
Mhm.
for until like 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and then they're like standing, you know,
Yeah,
You
you know
watch
what I
and
mean?
breathe.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Different
like
than looking down a scope.
yeah, it's a lot different. You're a lot more shaken.
Mm.
Like I remember my first buck I took off the gun, one of my leg was shaking, not horrible, but as soon as the buck comes up to me, both my legs are shaking.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just it's everything, total life changing difference.
Mm.
I mean, I can have a 6 pointer walk up. I mean,
God, I'm still
I'm
shaking.
still shaking
Yeah,
bow,
even if
and
it's a doe.
I'm not even going to shoot you.
Yeah,
Yeah, those still even get me
yeah,
riled up. Something's different, but not to switch paths or anything or cut anybody off. But that's the whole reason of the media and podcasts. I kind of got into the first one a little bit, but the hunting world or industry or whatever you want to call it, that I guess is nowadays, is you have to go out there and blow 10 grand on camo
Mm.
or this and that, and or if you do not shoot a 200-inch buck, you're getting shamed on,
yeah,
which sucks. And like I have no issue with those guys that are killing those machi bucks. Good for you. I'm happy for
yeah.
you. I
Good
love to
job.
see it. But if you're a 10-year-old kid and you go out there and you shoot a spike and you have some guy coming out there and shitting on you for shooting that, if you wanted to kill that deer and you're happy with it, good for you.
Fills your freezer, man.
Right.
Feeds your
Exactly.
family.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And that's what I want it to be because that's driven away a lot more people than people really think.
Yeah. Imagine how happy that kid was when he shot that
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. That's the thing that kind of just makes me really upset. And that's why I kind of want to branch away from the whole. It's a big step to go
mm,
away from that because there's a lot of money to be made, a lot of things to be said, and that's not what I want to do. I wanted to go back to like, you said your parents weren't really into hunting and stuff, but like that generation, even your grandparents, like what hunting was to them, and it was more enjoyable.
yeah.
And there's a lot of great technology and a lot of great gear and items you can use nowadays that can just advance your hunting to learn to benefit yourself that they didn't have then, and to use it in the right way. And I want that to be able to be said. Like, I mean, there's parents out there that are probably working their ass off just to feed a kid.
Hmm.
And if that kid wants to go there and hunt and their parents don't have time, I want to build a platform with a giant variety of people or down by you or up north or even out of state. If you want to be able to hunt and stuff, I want to be able to be someone to take you on and go shoot a duck
Yeah.
or go
Right.
try to get you a deer or so, just them. Some people are big into trapping or more fishing and stuff. And I mean, I've took kids I've never met before. I mean, spring walleye fishing here in De Pere, and this mom's like, "Hey, do you care if you just sit here and watch my kid and help him fish and stuff?" Nothing's wrong with that. And she tried to pay
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Like, no. And it's just like something, even adults. I mean, there's
Yeah.
people who probably hunted 20 years ago and they
Right.
want to get back into it and they just, it took us such a jump.
Hmm.
And I don't want it to be seared away from people. I mean, the sad thing is, when I graduated high school, what, 2 years ago now?
Yeah, two and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
And it's just like, there's 10 kids maybe I graduated with that hunted.
Yeah,
There's maybe five of us that
it's
avidly hunted.
right.
I
There
mean,
was very small group of us,
yeah,
and I mean, even the ones of us that were hunting, we were into it. We hunted when we could, but in high school, it's like none of us were really as avid about it.
yeah.
But
I mean, what about even for like when you got, I mean, was there a lot of kids that hunted and stuff or?
Yeah. So there was kids that mostly duck hunted and goose hunted,
Hmm.
and those were the kids that grew up on houses. Like there's one kid that grew up with his dad that trains dogs for a living.
yeah,
Hmm.
So he has a bunch of dogs.
Hmm.
So you'll see him on his story with shitload of ducks
Yeah.
mm,
because they have the money. They
Hmm.
right,
have, and that's with everyone down there.
Yeah.
They have the money.
Yeah.
They
yeah,
can buy people.
yeah.
They
Mm.
can buy land.
I know we have that problem in Brilliant. There's a
Oh,
group of guys out there that they go and pay $200 a season to be the sole group that hunts a field.
Mhm.
which is
And
crazy.
like, good for you, you have the money, whatever. But
Yeah.
you're taking away that chance where, you can't hunt 25 different fields in one day. You're taking that opportunity away from somebody else that doesn't really have places to hunt, that they just want somewhere to go out, have a good time, shoot a couple birds.
Mm,
And this group out there, they want nothing to do with that. They're trying to basically push everybody away from that area for hunting.
hmm. And
So
that's
competitive too.
It
yeah,
is.
it's
That's
crazy.
what's ruining everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I wanted to be more like a joint thing because I mean my biggest fear and why I really wanted to start a lot of this stuff was I mean if you look 20 years from now, I mean hopefully people either listen to this 20 years from now or
Hmm.
hopefully it's gonna still continue. You never know,
Yeah.
or it could have just died. I mean, it could die tomorrow. You never know. But I want it to be like oh, fuck, what was I gonna say? But well I just lost it there. But uh, what's way is the hunting community gonna
Yeah.
is hunting gonna die out?
Yeah.
It's being able to go do that. I mean, you go to the store and you buy meat and you don't know where that technically came from.
You
And
don't know where it came from, what
that's,
kind of and like steroids and shit that's
yeah,
in your meat.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is just like, you know, I love hunting, I love fishing, but I could go out there and shoot nothing, see nothing. It's just like that drug that you get from being outside. I want more people to experience. If it's
Yeah.
hiking, I want there to be, you know, more people that are able to like, oh, here's a beautiful hiking trail. I recommend this. I want it, stuff like that, or ATVing, or just like stuff to go outside.
Mhm.
Where people are just being crammed inside, and it's just like kind of
Yeah.
sad. That there's this beautiful thing, probably less than an hour from where you live. I mean, you could
Yeah.
live in the heart of a big city.
Hmm.
You could drive an hour somewhere, and I guarantee you'll find something. It could be a patch of grass. It could be the simplest thing, or a Northwoods, or anything. And
Yeah.
the thing that just for someone to go sit out there. I mean, you guys probably feel the same way of
Oh yeah.
just being outside,
Absolutely.
kind of just heals your soul a little bit.
It
And
does. I mean, I don't hunt to shoot stuff, I
yeah,
hunt to go out, hang out with my friends, have a good time, shoot the shit. I don't go out there because, oh, I need to shoot birds today. I go out there, shoot birds because it's fun. I like the meat. I'm not out there just because I need to shoot these birds today or I'm not having a good day.
yeah. And then there's people that go out there and like to be able to shoot a deer and harvest a deer and just put that meat in the freezer is helping more than most people even think.
Mm,
Yeah.
I mean, there's people probably starving, and one thing, you know, I've seen some stuff about like a venison program and people shooting deer in
mhm,
like town and stuff and donating the meat and like that's putting food on people's plates and that's
mhm.
helping. And there's all kinds of stuff like that. I mean, there's a park 10 minutes from here in the middle of town, in the middle of Green Bay, and there's deer there.
Yeah,
That just blows my mind. Just like, people are like, oh, you're driving the deer away and stuff. And I'm just like, go look in town.
Yeah.
Go look
right.
anywhere. You'll find an
Yeah.
animal. But that's something I just don't want it to die. I mean, I feel like I'm young enough and I got a good voice. I know a large amount of people. I feel
Mhm.
that I can grow and get out there and just like, I don't want it to be something that dries up. I want my kids, I want my grandkids, I want my great grandkids to
Mm.
enjoy it. I don't want it to be so much money and so much like pressure to just go hunt something or go outside. And, but yeah, but I guess we'll kind of veer away from that. It was a lot. But no, it's Thanksgiving special, so that's why I got some stuff in my phone never turned on.
No.
Did it actually not?
Speaking of before I'm gonna add on you were talking about like inventions and everything about
Yep.
hunting. Shout out to these guys. I'm wearing their hat. It's called Tagged and Bagged.
Tagged and baked, so
Have you heard
tagged
of
and
them?
baked.
I am really, really good friends with them. I met them when they were just starting out. And have you heard about them?
I've not.
So they make these, I don't even call them, they're bags. They're literally bags, and they literally have everything in there for you to put a duck, a fish, a turkey, a crane, anything in it. And they give you the cotton ball, they give you tape, they give you directions on how to like do it yourself and put it in the bag and give it to your taxidermist. And it's a perfect way, and it stops freezer burnt and everything.
That's super cool.
And it's been 3 years now, and I might have to bleep this out, but he told me he just got an email sent to him that Shields want his stuff at their store.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
And I was
I'm not
like,
worried about that.
he's like, I haven't told anyone.
Yeah,
And he's like, but I'm telling you. And I
yeah,
was like,
that's super
that's
cool.
fucking awesome, dude.
The amount of times there's just like people probably bring something to tech. Oh, I've heard horror stories and stuff of
Yeah.
you know that's actually something super cool, and that's something I kind of want to do here is make different products just to
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually something. Are they out of Wisconsin or?
Yeah, so he's out of the Dells,
Okay.
and we're working on trying to hunt together, and we live so far away.
Yeah.
We only talk on, messages now, but every time he's having like a venue or something, I'm always there. Like last time he had one in somewhere like an hour away from down from Fond du Lac,
Okay.
and never heard of the store. It was a hunting store. It was like a mini Cabela's.
Oh, you were sending me.
Yeah,
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 that's
it
your.
was
Yeah.
there. Yeah, and then it was awesome, and he was there. It was an amazing time. I got a free shirt, so
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, like stuff like that and something like a podcast or social media. I feel like something so small like that could blow up. And I mean, there's taxidermists probably across the country that are wishing for something like that or
yeah,
something just to help. You know, the simplest thing can make a big difference, and that's something huge. Because when I went to North Dakota last year, I mean, we were ziplocking birds with wet paper towel and
yeah,
trying to do it right just to get to the taxidermist, and they aren't messed up from freezing them, and 'cause you don't want them to go to shit. Yeah, but that's something that's super cool, and
yeah,
that's cool that you got it's like you know just having all these random people on something like that could get spread out and
yeah.
grow, and hopefully it
I'm
sprouts
just
and
mad. I'm just happy I met him
yeah, like
before when he was like small.
yeah, that's kind of cool, and that's why I kind of hope people like this kind of it's small now, but 5 years from now it could be
Yeah,
huge.
I was like,
Right.
and that's like something that's like not gonna die
Yeah,
either. Like that's a really good invention. It's like,
yeah,
and
that
taxidermies love that shit.
yeah,
I
Mhm.
mean, people just bring them a bird in a plastic bag, no towel, no gun, no nothing,
yeah,
and they try to fix it.
Right.
It's
They
just,
try and
yeah,
save that bird, and
yeah,
then it comes back with, they got issues when they were trying to do it, and
yeah, and then the
yeah,
bird
then
mad.
you got to give this guy his bird back, and it doesn't look to your level, like your
Yeah,
standard of what
yeah,
your birds should look like, or
that's actually a
yeah,
super cool thing. Yeah, that's dope as fuck.
yeah.
Actually,
Just totally check
yeah,
them
I'm gonna
out.
have to check that out. Yeah,
They're amazing.
it's tagged and bagged.
Tagged and bagged.
They have like an online, like they have a
So
website or
yeah,
something,
they
or
started on Facebook, and I found them on Facebook. I was like the 56th person to like them and
yeah.
follow them too. And then I showed up to the Waterfowl Expo in Oshkosh. Have you ever been
Mhm.
there?
I've never been there, but I know a
I feel
lot of
like you've
people.
been there.
I haven't. I wanted to go this year, and I didn't
Seriously?
hear what day it was, and then I missed it by a
Yeah,
week.
me and a buddy were talking about like, hey, we need to go see this and stuff. And
It's fucking awesome.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
blow probably way too much money, but
yeah,
Yep.
is
yeah,
it? That's gotta be a pretty cool experience.
So yeah, it's you can buy everything there. You
yeah.
can buy
Yeah,
boats to like you can buy like dogs, you can buy there's hundreds of like small businesses of like handmade calls. They give you free shit. Like I
Yeah,
have so many stickers
yeah,
and they give you and then you'll see these like trailers as like blinds. It's
okay.
all metal.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I've seen stuff
And
like
I've
that.
seen stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And they had crazy sales like a 25 person one was like $1,500.
holy crap.
And I was just like, but usually they go for like 10 grand.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I was just like, why is no one buying this? He goes, no one wants it.
yeah.
Because where are they gonna store it? Like, it has to be like a set in stone place.
That's
Yeah,
I mean, I got a duck boat, and it's hard enough to go store
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I
That's
know.
crazy, and that's actually something super cool, and definitely have to check that out next year. Because is it August, right?
So it's usually
it's
week
yeah.
before goose, or I think it's a week before teal opens, or
So
or
So
goose and
it's the
duck.
week of early goose.
Yeah,
so
week
it'd
of
be
early
like
goose. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, so it'd be like August,
yeah,
end of
yeah.
August, early September.
Hmm.
yeah. You'll blow a lot of money. Sitka's there, everything there.
Yeah.
You can find anything there.
That's
I
super
know. I
cool.
wanted to go this year because there's a duck call page I've been following for a while. Said they were going to be here. JB calls.
Yep,
Yeah,
I run that.
I wanted to go talk to the guy and like get the story on like how he started and stuff,
Yeah,
and I never got. I missed it. But
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they're
actually super
all of
cool.
them. All of them are super nice people. Like they'll
yeah.
Yeah,
talk to you. They come from all over,
Hmm.
and they
Yeah, I think JB. I think they started in was it the Dakotas? I think.
think so.
that's actually super cool.
Yeah, they. It's crazy. I mean, it's all. I mean, besides like Sitka and like
Yeah,
all
there's a
like the
couple
big
big
name
groups.
brands,
Yeah.
but like there's these old people that like make custom calls, like Jack Daniel call, and like sometimes there's Jack Daniel like wood engraved ones,
Yeah.
That's
and
super
it's
That's
just
cool.
like, and
awesome.
they sound amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're
yeah,
pricey.
you're gonna pay for it, but
You're
some of that stuff's
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
It's worth it.
and then you can buy compressors there. You can buy you can order yourself. You can bring them a band, and you can put it on your shotgun. You know where that action opens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can put one on there. I have a card for them.
That's actually super cool, and that's like stuff like this. I want to like grow something or like listeners if they can get like a discount or even just like
Yeah,
a shout out to like a group or like people who are doing dope ass shit for the
yeah,
hunting
Yeah.
community. Go out there and check them out. Like I have nothing like small groups or big groups even. Like I
Yeah.
don't care.
right,
Like get your name out there, and that's something I think is pretty cool.
Right.
yeah. You
Yeah.
yourself, you can set up a stand.
Yeah,
You can set up your stand there, and you could just talk.
Yeah.
yeah, that's actually something pretty cool. And
I think that'd be cool. Like if precision gets big, if
mhm,
we get a precision stand at the Duck Expo.
yeah, and it's just like some crazy stuff you can do and all over. And yeah, but so for Thanksgiving, I do remember some of this stuff now. But and then it's kind of funny because this is gonna drop middle of gun hunting. I'm gonna try to drop before Thanksgiving, like on
Yeah.
that Wednesday or something.
Mm.
It's just gonna be kind of probably a little packed, but I'll get
When
it
is Thanksgiving again?
next Thursday.
Next
Next
Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
know, so but to kind of get into stuff. But I guess we'll start with Aiden this time. If you had to, not to get cheesy or anything, but what's something you're thankful for this year?
Ooh,
Could be anything. Could be nothing related to hunting.
probably my girlfriend. Yeah,
It's a big thing.
yeah.
Yeah, she's been a huge part of your life lately, and just
Oh yeah, oh yeah. She's yeah. We're almost running in 2 years now.
that's crazy. That's me and Bia are almost
And
there.
we've been talking. That was my longest talking stage of my whole life. Like usually I'm a hump and dump kind of the guy, but I think we were talking for like 6 months
It's
before we even
crazy.
started dating. And yeah, it's
Glad it worked out, and
ever since that, I haven't had a single bad relationship problem like past relationships.
yeah,
Like stupid nonsense,
yeah,
drama,
Mhm.
bullshit.
yeah. It's actually something super cool and super exciting and good. Well, what's something you're thankful for this year?
My best friend, my dog, just chances to get him out hunting, training him. Like biggest thing is training him. It's just awesome taking
Yeah,
him out.
that's super cool. And I mean, he came with us the one day, and
Yeah.
yeah, he's still a pup, and
He's just hit 1 year old on Friday.
that's super cool. And sometimes a dog can be more of a best friend than a person can,
Oh
and
yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
even speak a single
Yeah.
language,
Hmm.
which is something super important. And but I don't even.
You got a black lab?
Yep.
I want a GSP. I want a GSP really bad.
I
Yeah,
have I think that'll be my next dog. I grew up with GSPs.
actually, I do know someone that.
I know a lot of Facebook like
Yeah, I
I
know. I
follow a lot.
Yeah,
follow
I
a
follow
lot
a
of them.
lot of them.
yeah.
Um,
So if
I think
anyone selling German short hairs,
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
heat
we
up,
I think
head up Aiden.
we went to go look at some,
mm,
but then we found out that that they kept on breeding the same family together and together and together.
mm,
And I
Oh,
was
so
like,
like Will's family.
yeah, I was like, yeah. I was like, this dog's gonna be done with this shit.
Yeah. Wow.
this is the one page that I mean
You'll have to send me a picture of
I did know this guy for a little bit.
oh,
It's Perfection Kennels.
I think I have.
Um, they raise a hell of like their dogs are crazy.
top of the line.
Like you can't get
Yeah.
much better than these dogs. Every dog that they sell gets master national hunting titles and like the full works.
I bet you're gonna be
Oh,
They're pricey, but it's worth it. It really is.
yeah.
I mean, my dog, you know, he was pricey, but I mean, the limited time I have to be able to train him and the point that he's at with being able to retrieve and understanding what to do out on the water and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, you get the
that when I
idea.
was with you, that was the first time I ever took him out on the water, like of the bay. Normally, I had him in the kennel on the boat. That was the first time it was just open water, let him run around, kind of thing. And
Did
I
a
mean, he did a
yeah,
phenomenal
oh, he
job.
did a really good job for like. I mean, we had zero idea what was going to happen with
Yeah,
this dog,
right.
and I mean, he laid in the kennel for most of the part
He
and
did.
stuff, and
Yeah,
I mean, it's nasty out there, and he did a great job, and I mean, we got a duck and we threw it out there, and I
yeah,
mean, you were like 50 yards from me, and he
yeah,
knew exactly. Like he
yeah.
would pin on that thing right away. And the only thing I thought was kind of funny is He'd be sitting in there, and I'd throw a decoy, and he'd go bring me the
Yeah.
decoy back.
He
But he'd
doesn't
bring you right back,
right. He
though.
doesn't
That's
quite
good.
understand, what's a real bird yet. But
Yeah.
if something gets thrown, he's gonna go get it.
He's got the right idea, and
Yeah.
he's a good pup. But I don't
It's
know.
always a good hunt when you have a good dog.
Yeah, yeah, I've been on a lot of bad dog hunts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. The dogs always bust you or
Yeah.
some stupid shit.
yeah. For me though, for being thankful, I have to say my girlfriend. But I don't know. I'd probably say like family. Family's a big thing to me. Even like I don't know, my family is so I guess I could say fucked up is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But I have such a I don't know. I feel like my family spreads out besides blood, I guess.
Yeah.
Like even I
For
have
sure.
buddies I consider family and like my girlfriend's family and that stuff is just like really important to me. That's a huge value of mine and like I said, something I'm super thankful. I mean, the other thing I'm super thankful for about is like we graduated with a couple kids and they're
Yeah.
serving right now.
Yeah.
And that's like they're across the pond and
Yeah.
they're over there every day busting their ass doing stuff and it's just like they don't get to go and sleep in their bed at night and that's something I'm super thankful and shout out to those guys and
Yeah.
like Jaden he's gonna be
Shout out
home and
Jaden. Shout out Ben Shar, Max
yeah
Paulson.
all those guys
Yeah.
and Jaden's gonna be back I think in like May or something
Yeah.
and we'd already talked about
I
going
think
fishing and stuff
I think
and
all three of them are.
is it gonna be about the same time
Yeah.
yeah I still talk to him and stuff and I tell him I keep him in my prayers and I that's one thing I pray about is just them to come home and
Yeah.
I just
Mm.
want to give one of my best friends, a hug home and stuff. And
Yeah.
that's something I'm really thankful for, like them serving and stuff and pretty much putting their life on the line. But guess what? Big thing what a lot of people I think enjoy is a lot of the stories. It's
Yeah.
funny and
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
can be some random stuff, and that's a huge thing I want to do here. But you got any Thanksgiving lure or anything?
Uh, I don't know. My family's known for in our area for being really, really, really good drinkers. So we
Yeah,
usually
have a good time.
yeah, we usually either have a good time or we play a lot of drinking games.
Hell yeah, that's big in my family too. Is the random games. You got any plans for Thanksgiving? Will?
Uh, yeah. Every year we do a big turkey. We get the whole family together.
Yeah,
You guys
Yeah.
actually do turkey?
Yeah.
We don't.
Smoked turkey.
really.
Yeah, we
We don't do
smoke them.
turkey.
Yeah.
I've had ham before in turkey. Is that weird? Ham.
Ham at Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
You guys do
we
ham
normally do.
too?
Yeah. Oh
We
yeah.
we did ham for a couple of years, and then everyone just kind of got sick of it, and we switched to turkey.
But I'm just like, I don't know. I've had,
Grandma. Sorry, you
no,
go.
you go.
Grandma usually for the first like 3 years, Grandma made turkey, but no no one ate it because it was so goddamn dry.
Yeah.
So every time we eat something of hers, we always just start bitching and moaning because it's so dry. But it's usually not. It's usually really really good. But
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, there's all kinds of random stuff. I mean, that's something I think is super cool about the more people I've come through here. I mean, you've experienced life completely different than I have, and then Will has, and everybody. That was
that was really good.
that was really good. Uh, but um, do you gun hunt whitetails?
I hate gun hunting.
Okay, I used to love gun hunting, and I've started to like lean away from it.
I personally take. I don't know. I feel more bad about me shooting a deer with a gun than
Hmm
about. I
Yeah.
remember shooting my buck with a gun, and then I never shot a deer after that.
So you don't gun hunt at all.
I
We're not.
I'll go out.
We don't love it like you'd love bow hunting.
Yeah, like I feel like there's no chance. There's no
Hmm
chance for them.
Yeah.
Like ducks, geese. I
Yeah,
don't
but there's millions.
care.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
different.
that's a different story. But
Yeah.
like when you have a gun that can shoot like how many yards?
hmm
They could be across a whole ass field, and you
hmm
could just drop them.
Yeah, there's no challenge to it, and then
No,
I mean,
Yeah.
if you shoot that deer, you know it's going down,
yeah,
and like with a bow, there's still a chance where
You
you
could
you
fuck it up.
actually have.
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, you could mess it up.
right.
And it's like I enjoy gun hunting, but the huge thing about for me for gun hunting is like my family's up there and stuff, but there's other people like family, friends and stuff, and that's like the camaraderie and like just like the talks and the stories and stuff. That's something that just love and having food with everybody and having drinks and just talking and bullshitting and stuff is just that's what I'm kind of enjoying more about the gun season and stuff.
I think that's a big thing with Wisconsin,
Hmm.
with our deer camps and everything. Like most of the guys, I mean, I know when I was going to deer camp, I mean, there was quite a few guys that were coming up there and they weren't going out in the woods. They're coming
Yeah,
up there to have a good time and hang out and bullshit and
yeah. The
yeah,
guy from the original podcast, Bob, he was talking about how his dad goes up to deer camp like religiously. He goes up there every year, and he goes up there and he doesn't sit anymore. He
yeah,
just goes up there and he cooks for the guys and he's going to have a good time, and that's like something I think is super cool. And like I've seen like videos and stuff from like deer camp from like 1980 or
Hmm.
yeah,
something, and that's like something I think is like super cool. And I wish like I could have experienced something like
Yeah.
that because I feel like if more people experience that, there just would be a love for that.
yeah.
But I think Wisconsin could do a little bit different with their licensing stuff about
Definitely could.
like I've
Yeah,
seen stuff about Pennsylvania. You can't shoot like spikes or four pointers, and
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wisconsin, if it has balls, it's a buck.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, I mean, it's really hard to tell if it's a nub buck
Yeah,
yeah,
at like
right.
150
Yeah,
yards with scope.
and something I feel, and I've talked to some people about this, is when you register, that's to register as a doe in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I don't know about other states. I don't want to tail hunt anywhere else besides Wisconsin, but I feel like there should be a difference about if you register that deer, it should be registered as a like a young buck.
yeah,
Maybe you shouldn't necessarily get rid of your gun tag, like your buck tag, but I think it should be hit towards something else
yeah,
versus waxing that.
right.
Then, like people who are doing deer surveys and the amount of deer killed in season, like bucks and does and stuff. I mean, you could kill, say there was 100 does killed, 80 of those could be little bucks, and you have no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
You know, that's something I feel like should be changed or
Yeah.
I I almost think it'd be, it's a separate tag, but instead of just taking out, one doe tag, it takes out two
yeah,
or two or three.
yeah,
Or like
Just
if
it
you shoot it.
incentivizes you
yeah,
not to shoot them.
yeah, or like pay a little more attention.
Yeah.
Taking
Yeah,
those 900-yard shots and
yeah,
like
right. Like,
you're looking. If it's not brown,
yeah,
if it's brown, it's down. Like most
Yeah.
people around your hunt, which is kind
yeah,
of sad. Do you guys want like a soda? I got
sure,
Mountain Dew. Well, it's off right, but it's Mountain Dew. I got Dr. Pepper and root beer.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's I feel like if you shot like a nub, you would have to go on go wild and pay an extra fee that
Yeah,
you shot it.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not that.
even if it's just donating back into the.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, that's what the fridge is. That's what I got drinks in there for. But yeah, that's something cool. And but do you go up at all for gun? Like, do you have like a good deer camp or anything? Like, have you ever experienced something like that?
So I have never experienced deer camp, and I would love to experience deer camp. I mean, I feel like if it's anything like I would think it would be, I feel like it would be a lot of drinking
Mm-hmm.
and just shooting the shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
really what it
I
That's
is.
what it
feel like
is.
that would be a good thing. And also, deer hunting usually revolves around Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why I usually go deer hunting.
Yeah.
But
And that's something like I think Wisconsin is known for is their deer hunting and going out and well, obviously we're known for drinking.
yeah.
yeah,
That's our thing.
Might be a slight problem, might not be, whatever you think. But I think like that's something huge here and it's more than just going out and shooting deer. It's like the if you're with family, if you're with friends, if you're by yourself, it's like no matter what, it's a community
Mhm.
going out there. But I think that's something super special and more people should either enjoy because
Absolutely.
I
I
mean
think honestly, if more people got out to a deer camp, they went out during gun season, even if they're not hunting necessarily, they'll get into more aspects of just gun hunting.
mhm,
Because you get the camaraderie of like, at deer camp, it's kind of like shooting the shit whether you're duck hunting.
mhm.
You know, I
But
think it
a
it
week
draws more
long.
people in.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And it's, you go out there and you freeze your ass off and you come back and you bullshit and have a good time and you go back
Yeah,
out there, you go out the next day and stuff. And that's something I kind of want to grow and more people to experience. I mean, if it's taking youth out to shoot a deer or something
Yeah.
with a gun or something, and I think that's something that should be more expressed and more available. Because I mean, do you know of anything right now that would take a youth hunter out?
Um, yeah, definitely like not singing. I mean, I took my sister out because she good.
Here, good.
She just started deer hunting or just started hunting, and it's a little late for,
Okay.
I mean, geese. I
Mhm.
mean, just not by
It
much,
it
but it's there.
well, the problem with this year, with it being so warm, the migrators are not coming down. So we have
Yeah.
this span now where we got like last week, or probably like the last 3 weeks, and it's probably gonna go on for another couple before we start seeing migrators because it's just the way it is. I don't know.
This is yeah, that's another thing. She she wanted all she wanted to do was go uh goose and duck hunting because
Mm,
that's basically what all I did
yeah,
this year. And she doesn't want to sit in a shack all day,
yeah,
which totally agree with that
right.
because it's boring.
It really is.
But we usually I never got skunked at this pond. It's a pond inside of a field,
Hmm.
and we never got skunked. Usually there's mallards, there's shit ton of woodies, but we that time we didn't see anything because
Yeah.
duck those already migrated.
Hmm.
So we just sat there and she was cold, she was mad,
Yeah.
which is it's part of that. But I'm glad that she didn't take away from that.
Yeah. For
But I also
sure.
think that geese and duck should be at least it's either push back 3 weeks and gain 3 weeks,
Yeah.
or maybe even
I don't
like
know. The big problem I have is, when they start the season at a good time, the birds are there. It's all your locals. They're
mhm,
all here. But then a lot of years we hit that period right in the middle. I mean, they do it for duck hunting where we get a week where you can't hunt them.
Oh, the migration week.
Yeah, right. But we don't.
Almost went out this year.
It,
Not complete. Almost went.
yeah,
I was like, oh, cannot duck hunt today.
yeah,
It
yeah.
did not go out.
It's always when you want to go out.
Yeah, 'cause you see the
right.
most.
I feel like we should almost have a longer period in there. Like, it should almost be one of those things where it's not really like set in stone until the season starts and you know what the weather's like.
Yeah,
But the
It's
only
so
problem
hard
with
to
that
tell
is
though.
then
yeah,
a lot of people are going to end up going out anyway. They're going to be getting in a lot of trouble because they're not paying attention to what week they
yeah.
decided to say you can't hunt ducks this week.
Mm.
But like right now, I feel like, I mean, nobody's really shooting birds, like not much at least right now. And
I
I
mean, there
feel
are
like,
some people that are piling them up, but I know
Yeah.
people that are doing jack shit.
yeah, right. Unless you get a huge group with a bunch of guys that are calling, you're not calling in those mile high migrators that are coming through right now.
Big goose flag.
Yeah.
But yeah. Um, what else do I got? Did my phone turn on at all?
I don't think so.
Oh, I got. Is it still showing it's charging?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Um, 1, 3, 5. Oh, there we. Okay, yeah. I was just checking that we were still going, but we are. Um,
That would suck.
yeah.
All that just
Yeah.
not there.
And now we
No,
have to
it
repeat.
it does. Um, I guess I've asked this question a couple times. What is your favorite piece of gear? Let's say whitetail hunting. Underrated that you think should be more vastly used.
Hmm. That's a good question. Uh, I don't know. Something that's like not used. Usually everything in whitetail, it's like usually like it's
Mhm.
used.
I'm saying like something that you think that you use a lot, or you think is super badass that a lot of people just
Oh,
kind of sweep under the rug.
yeah, let me put you on something. Sleeping bags.
Yeah.
You put I was told this and I did it. Total game changer. You're in a tree stand.
This could go many ways. Got me at sleeping bags.
I know.
I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, so you're in the tree stand. You buy a camo sleeping bag,
Okay.
$7 off Amazon. You take, those hand warmers. He rises up. You get in the tree stand, slip that bad boy on. Your hands are in there. Comes up to your chest. You lift your phone, whatever. All that heat's rising up. You're warm, and I would be wearing this.
Yeah.
And you
Really?
guys, yeah, I had to take down. I had to, like take down like 2 layers of clothes because I was sweating so bad.
It's actually kind of. I know people that they do make some like hunting bags. I've
Mhm.
seen stuff like that, but I actually might have to.
It is a total game changer.
Yeah, especially late season bow hunting.
Yeah,
That's.
even like during gun, well, I don't shoot in a tree stand during gun, but
Hmm.
I I know a lot of people that do, and I told them to do it, and a lot of people are trying that this
Yeah.
year, and it's just can't wait for them to hear about it.
Hmm.
But I honestly think that should be a well-known thing.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
What about you, Will?
I don't have much for
What
whitetail,
about just
but
hunting in general? Like, I'll get something to freshen your brain. Guy I had on last week, huge duck hunter. You guys have already heard this, hopefully, or go back and listen to it with Mason. He's a big duck hunter, big waterfall. His big thing is safety belts on waders,
yeah.
and he explained pretty much a horror story about he almost drowned like 2 weeks ago
Mhm.
because he didn't have it on, and he preaches that. And so kind of something so
Like that
simple.
compass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
compass.
yeah,
What do you mean? What's the idea? Most people don't have a compass out there and you don't have service and you might
yeah.
not be able to get onto your phone.
And a
But
lot of people not calling out my girlfriend, but calling out my girlfriend. All right, is horrible at telling me where north is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she goes that way,
yeah,
and it's just like, no, no, it's always that way.
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty good about like knowing which way is which. But if you're in a dark woods or in the middle of a swamp,
Yeah.
you could lose
Yeah,
yourself. And once you
For
lose
sure.
yourself, I mean, you just
yeah. You start freaking out, and then you lose it.
yep, and
Then
then
everything's
you're done.
gone.
So what do you think, Will?
My biggest thing that I don't see many guys with it that they're making a lot more of now is floating cases for your gun.
Hmm.
I know more than one time I've gone out on the river and we're not on a very big boat. It's really narrow. So you're moving around it all and that gun tips over into the water. I've had it more than once where I gotta go swimming for my gun. And that is the shittiest thing you can ever do, you know?
I know a couple guys that run those floating cases or those waterproof cases, and
Hmm.
that's definitely a game changer.
Especially the ammo bags.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I have one of them.
Jacob, one of my buddies, he got a shout out shoddy gear, I believe they
Yeah,
are.
yeah, that's what it is.
That is crazy stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
I've tested it. I mean, I've pushed that thing under the water and
and
it
it
just floats
floats
right
right
back
back
up.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's that bag is kind of heavy too, full of shells, and they're amazingly I mean, they're not crazy priced at all, which I thought they would be. And
yeah,
Mhm.
that's something shoddy gear. I think it's is that what that's called? Or
yeah. And I don't even know how it works. You literally fold it and you clip it,
Yeah.
and then
yep,
you
I
can
don't
throw it.
know.
yep.
And it's just like,
Mhm.
It buoys around.
yeah. And then what's that? What's that new one? It's not like a shell thing. It's turtle box.
Oh, I've
Have you
seen
heard
something
that?
like that.
Yeah.
I want to buy one of them, but they are
They,
oh
yeah.
Expensive.
yeah, they are crazy expensive.
Yeah, all that stuff's kind of if you asked me the same question, I don't even know what would be. I mean, definitely them safety belts on the miters. I mean, I fish into pier and the water can be from ankle deep to waist deep, and I've seen guys fall down and get sucked down
Mhm.
Yeah.
30 yards, and luckily someone's there to grab him or he can stand back up. But I mean, if the water's running fast or you fall over in 10 feet of water and you're gone.
Yeah,
But like stuff like that is just I don't even know. But kind of I don't know. I kind of want to. I don't know what to do for about Thanksgiving since my fucking dumbass phone won't turn on. What you got? What do you? What's your plan for Thanksgiving? Like, run me down the day. It's Thursday. You wake up.
I wake up, I am probably gonna use the best excuse and say, sorry, I will be deer hunting.
It's good. It's a good excuse.
I I
Works
don't
every time.
know. I don't like family. I love my family. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong.
Yeah.
But I just hate being in a hot, packed house.
House.
Yeah.
And I would
For
much
sure.
rather be on my phone, timber tugging away, than shooting deer.
Yeah. What about you? You got any big plans for Thanksgiving?
Um, well, it really depends if I'm working.
Hmm.
If If I'm not working, I am telling my family I'm not showing up until, 5, 6 at night and I'm going duck hunting all day.
Yeah,
I mean, if I have a day off right now, my whole family knows it. If I'm not working, I'm gonna be on the water.
yeah, yeah. I don't even. I mean, it's crazy with her being from Madison, my girlfriend being from Madison, and it's just like it's 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like and then my family's going to Cribbets for Thanksgiving, and it's just like
Hmm.
what to figure out. And last year we went down there, and then I think this year she's coming up here, or coming with my family. And it's just like so much stuff, and it's so stressful, and
Yeah.
the roads are crazy. I mean, it's
Yeah, it's bad.
yeah,
But
bad day to be
my
deer on the
favorite
road.
part, last year I went hunting on Thanksgiving. My favorite part, you go to any public waterway and there is not a single guy
Yeah,
out there because they're all in the stand.
that's fair. I know actually don't know a lot of people that don't gun deer hunt at all, or they kind of do it, but they kill the most ducks
Yeah.
during that gun season.
Last Thanksgiving, I went out with I think it was 6 guys because we all just decided we're not showing up to Thanksgiving till later, and they all got their deer. So we went out there and we limited out on divers, we limited out on geese, and got a couple mallards in there too.
Yeah, the duck hunting during the gun season I always heard is
It's insane
phenomenal.
because
Because
the birds like there's not competition like you're 500 yards from another guy calling in these ducks.
yeah, you're not fighting for
Yeah.
the spot.
Yeah,
Because there's the big duck here. Does that close on the 25th of November? Look that up, Will. Do you listen to podcasts?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, are
Yeah.
you a podcast guy outside of this?
Yeah, I actually am. I listen to sometimes listen to Theo Von.
This past weekend was Theo Von. Would be badass to get Theo Von. Not gonna
duck
happen.
season
No.
ends December 16th for open water zone.
See, but that's different.
Yeah.
Open water, you got to be
Um,
so many feet off the
Yeah.
shoreline.
November 25th
Yep.
for northern, December 7th for southern.
Yeah, all that stuff's which kind of makes sense. But open, like the bay, is a whole different game.
Yeah,
Mm.
But yeah, I was gonna say because I know duck hunting is wrapping up here pretty quick.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
coming
But
coming to an end.
goose
Goose
runs.
runs till
Yeah, the
January,
goose runs usually later,
mid-January.
but I remember goose last year, it still wasn't enough time for all the migrators to still
Oh
come
Yeah,
no,
down.
it's
yeah.
there's still a lot of birds
See,
in Canada. I mean, what's that? There's like
Southern
that
zone and Mississippi River runs till January 2nd
Yeah.
for
for
geese.
geese.
And
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on well, I can't anymore, but because one of my buddies got into a bike accident,
Well, that's
and
a
now
bit.
he can't come down to Mississippi River to go duck hunt on the boat. So we're trying to get some group of guys to go down.
Yeah, just to hunt geese and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's a big thing. I think there's still a lot of birds in Canada.
Oh yeah.
There,
There's a
there's a
lot.
ton.
What's that? Fly cast or something or bird cast?
Yeah. And you watch the wind maps and
Yeah, and it's
everything.
just
Yeah.
like with all the like, and then you could see the big heat map of birds and stuff, and it's just
Mhm.
like, I mean, yeah, I've seen a lot, like millions of birds come down, but it's just like, I know there's more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know you could go to Canada
And
right
then you
now,
see it all missing Wisconsin.
yeah,
which I don't understand why it's so weird, but because those Dakotas are obviously a huge fly zone and
yeah.
stuff, and
Yeah. Even I've heard one of my boss's buddies because uh last year I didn't go last year. Usually my work crew, because we're like a team of 6, we go to North Dakota to go hunt.
Mhm.
And last year we didn't go. This year we didn't go. But last year when my boss's buddies went, he said there was a humongous decrease in ducks and geese
mhm.
Yeah.
because either one, too many people are know that North Dakota is
Oh
like a big
yeah,
hot spot and
yeah.
they're
It's been
murdering
getting
them.
like way bigger these last couple of years.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen some stuff about in like the last 10 years. It went from heavy deer hunting to more waterfowl. I mean, think of how many people do you know that are waterfowl hunting now, or at least have gone duck or goose hunting? It's a lot.
So
yeah,
many more.
It's a
Yeah.
lot, and it's just like holy shit. And then there's people like who I know are avid deer hunters, and they're kind of starting to switch over.
Mhm.
I also think it's part of like you don't sit all day.
Yeah.
It's either you're home by 30 minutes or you're home by the latest 9, 10.
Yeah.
And you're passed out ready or drinking to get your day started. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Whatever you
whatever.
do.
I don't know. It's crazy because in Brillion or in Potter, normally I'd go out on the river there and we'd be the only guy, like weeks on end. Nobody
Mhm.
else would be out there. And this year I went out there twice and there's been 5, 6 trucks parked out there now.
Yeah,
It's
and
crazy.
Collins, yeah. I started this year. I started one of my buddies. He bought a hunting canoe,
Mhm.
and you can actually go in like private areas
Yeah.
and just cruise down
Yeah.
like rivers,
Mhm.
and we limits out mallards in like 2 hours,
Yeah.
and we left, and no one does that.
Yeah, it's the same hot spots, and guys go to the same spots, and it's super easy access, and you're like, oh, why are there no birds here? I wonder why.
Yeah,
I wonder why. Or why in the morning when you can't shoot them and you see them all fly away or go and they're coming back at dark. There's good reason.
Yeah.
They're dumb, but they're not that dumb.
Right.
yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of them been flying super late.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which is kind of sucks, but
Like
Like I
I'll,
love that more people are getting into duck hunting.
yeah,
People are getting
yeah,
out there, but it makes it really hard.
yeah,
yeah. Especially when there's guys paying for fields, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I
It's
mean
just
that's crazy
it's
to
the
me.
same thing how people pay for deer,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but it's just that I mean that's overpriced as shit.
The guy I was talking to in Denmark, he's like, "Yeah, the neighbor's leasing a property for like $3,000 for what does bow season go?
Yeah,
5 months, if that. September, October, November, December, January. 5 months.
yeah,
If you hunt all that. I mean, most of those guys are probably, I guarantee, are hunting 3 weeks max.
Yeah.
yeah. Straight.
Yeah, and it's just like I know I don't have that money to blow on a
No.
lease,
Yeah.
God.
which I'm like, good for you if you can,
And
but
you got to spend what $1,600 on top of that deer that you kill to go
exactly.
like
Right.
process it, and it's not worth it.
Yeah, that stuff's
Unless
crazy.
you have like a big group of guys and you each get like couple weeks and
Yeah,
you're going in, you get like 2 weeks, he gets 2 weeks, he gets 2 weeks, that's one thing.
But
But
only so many guys can hunt,
yeah,
say 100
right,
acres.
right. I mean, figure the first 3 guys get a deer after that. I mean, good luck.
Everyone's gonna shut down.
Good luck.
I've seen some stuff. I'm big on researching and like reading on stuff and watching videos about. I've seen some stuff about whitetail bucks, both them getting pressured by human people or inconveniences like natural disasters. Like say there's like something going on in like a northern woods, like a music festival, like something that just throws them off. It takes them 3 to 5 days to reset, and then they're gonna hit that pattern again. Which kind of makes sense because if I mean, look at you missing that buck. I mean, it took a couple days before he kind
yeah,
of come back.
yeah. 3 days.
Yeah, and he might not necessarily daylight, but he's came back.
Yeah,
And
which he might be daylighting, but I wouldn't know where
yeah,
because I'm not gonna go on top of him right now. It's
Yeah,
already too late. I'm not gonna go in there and ruin it
yeah,
for gun deer if I
yeah,
get the shot on them.
yeah. And the big bucks are just gonna go lay down.
Yeah,
They know what they're
it's
so smart.
past rut. It sucks, but one more next year.
Exactly. I mean,
Oh,
if he comes back as a 6-year-old next year,
and I hope he's 10 times bigger.
oh yeah, they get pretty nasty. And then like some bucks, they'll decline the older they get and stuff. But sometimes they'll hold their mass. The only thing they do is they lose length.
Hmm.
But I mean, they'll just keep getting wider.
Yeah,
But like once you get past that 6-year-old, they kind of I don't know. Then you just
I'll show you the picture of him.
I'd like to see this thing.
He's pretty. He's tall.
Yeah,
He's tall.
got your heart thumping.
Definitely got both my legs shaking.
All three legs shaking.
Yeah, one of them stood up on this one.